White House has released some 20-point plan for a settlement in Gaza. Let me give you some details on that, dear friends. So, U.S. administration is proposing to transfer the Gaza Strip to external administration for a transitional period. This is stated in the White House plan for resolving the conflict in their enclave. Gaza will be governed by their temporary transitional government consisting of technocratic, apolitical Palestinian committee responsible for ensuring their day-to-day functioning of the public services and municipalities for the residents of Gaza, the document states. This committee will be composed of qualified Palestinian and international experts under their supervision and control of a new international transitional body, their peace councils. That's going to be the name of it, according to this plan, which will be chaired by the US President Donald Trump with their other members and their heads of the states to be announced later. The White House distributed peace plan states to the states. The document also notes that former British Prime Minister Tony Blair will also be a member of this body. And earlier, dear friends, in previous updates, I did share with you reports according to which Tony Blair was considered to be one of the figures that's going to be in charge of Palestine or Gaza Strip, which is crazy, dear friends. Tony Blair is, of course, mass murderer and a genocidal maniac. Tony Blair was the criminal that was prime minister at the time of attack on Iraq, and over 1 million people have died as a result of this combined US, British, NATO attack on Iraq, right? Over 1 million people have been killed. And this genocidal maniac, Tony Blair, gonna be put in charge of Gaza Strip, where genocide is being committed by Israel right now. This is insane, right? This is insult to intellect of the world. I mean, intellect of the humanity. To propose something this disgraceful, right? But we are talking about initiatives from White House, by the way. And who are there in the White House? Donald Trump, right? So what do you expect, man? When you have a figure like that in the White House, then we should not expect any dignity or decency from the Washington, obviously, right? Nothing to be said about the rest of the political class, either in US or in other Western countries, by the way. And I can give you some other key points that are part of this 20 point plan of a White House. So Israel will not annex or occupy the Gaza Strip. Gaza will be declared a terror-free zone. All hostages living or deceased must be released within 72 hours after Israel accepts the deal. In return, Israel will free 250 prisoners serving life sentences and 1,700 detainees arrested after October 7. Hamas fighters will be granted safe passage out of Gaza. US will act as a mediator between Gaza and Tel Aviv going forward. The Palestinian Authority will undergo reform, after which administrative control of Gaza will be transferred to the Palestinians. Israel will maintain a limited security presence along the border, but will not reoccupy the Strip. This is all deception, by the way. We all understand this, isn't it? This is all deception. Trump already was engaged in deception operation against Iran personally on behalf of Israel when US was formally engaged in negotiations about her nuclear program with Iran, and Trump is doing the same. He is engaged personally again in a deception operation. There is a high pressure, really a tough pressure on the Israeli regime inside Israel from families of their hostages and people that are supporting those families, right? They are conducting some demonstrations literally on a daily basis, every other day for sure, right? And to ease the pressure on Netanyahu's regime, they come up, I guess, with this deception operation. They will promise whatever to people in the Gaza Strip, to Hamas, and once the hostages are released, once all hostages are released by Hamas, Israel will go ahead with the final stage of genocide in Gaza, and Israeli fascists will try to kill as many Palestinians as they possibly can, and whoever will survive will be forced out of their Gaza. That's what is going to happen, Father. No one should take seriously this 20-point plan from White House, because this is not a peace plan. This is a deception plan. My personal opinion, by the way. I mean, if anybody has still, despite all their record of Trump and his administration and all the record of US political class in general, or Western political class in general, if anybody will still trust them, then you know what? I don't know. I have no words to say, man. In that case, they cannot be trusted ever, by the way, ever. At least until societies in the West will reclaim their own countries and neutralize these corrupt so-called elites and let actually decent human beings to lead those countries.
Hello everyone, I hope you find informative and useful this short clip from main news update, and if so, please click that like button and leave some commentary just about anything. It might help to deal with the algorithm and reach wider audience. And if you like my work in general and want to support to save this media project, you can assist through several ways. You can donate to this project through PayPal platform or Boosty, also with the crypto currencies, or you can subscribe to my Patreon page and page on Boosty, where I have quite a lot of extra content on regular basis. All the links are on this video in description box and in the pinned comment. And of course, many thanks to everyone who already helped and continues to support. Thank you.